Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a layout. I am using the Echo Park Lumberjack collection there. And I actually did this based off of a sketch for the She's Crafty Lucky 7. It's paid contact, so I can't really show you the sketch or anything about that, but I did use my 7 items on this. So, I can leave a link down below if anybody's interested. You can always join her class. It's a lot of fun. It's a weekly series, and we each, we get a new sketch that is designed just by her. So that's kind of what this is based off of. I did go rogue. But it's basically so we can use some of the stash items that we have accumulated, and it is awesome, and I am really loving using all my stash. So I'm going to go ahead and double matte my photo because I am using the I guess that's a buffalo plaid. I'm not real sure. Buffalo plaid, the plaid paper as part of my background, and I'm going to put that on a very dark charcoal piece of cardstock. But because there is so much red and black going on, that I did want to go ahead and matte the photo. Not something I do all the time, just when I have a feeling for it, and I had that little scrap of black sitting there, not gonna lie, and I had a scrap of red, so why not? It does actually help it to pop off the page. I do go ahead and trim that down. I don't want it to touch the edges. I am going to pretty much run that right there, and then you can see that's where I'm going to put my photo in that general vicinity. And then I realized that I had these 2 little scraps, so I'm going to create the cluster on the other side of the page using just a few of the scraps that I have left. Then I did have in my little kit here a very old piece of corrugated black, I guess it's cardboard, I'm not real sure what it is, but I end up able to use that as well. So I'm going to take that cute little tree paper, and it's like shiplap with the trees on it, so I'm thinking they're arrows. I'm going to go with arrows, because it's a lumberjack thing, and I know it's supposed to be trees, but I'm treating it as arrows. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this little piece of red cardstock right up there. I'm centering my page right now on my grid mat, just because I want to make sure that I do get that pretty centered onto, or at least straight. And then I'm going to go ahead and align this, the little piece that I cut off of the plaid piece. I'm going to lay that on there as well. And that little piece right there is just the piece of the corrugated black cardboard that I had as well. I'm going to make sure that I get that straight on there. So I'm going to grab my T-square ruler. And I drop it a little bit lower than I had originally had it, but that's cool. I'm going to get this piece of plaid down. And I want to use this corrugated piece, so I'm going to run that the opposite direction, and I'm going to load that up with adhesive, just because it is like dimensional, and I want to make sure that it sticks to the page. And I don't have to use my T-square ruler on that, because I can line it up with the line on the plaid paper. So right here you're going to see I do this fun little trick where I'm going to matte my photo with this scrap, but I'm going to piece it together, and you really cannot tell unless you look very closely at the mat. So this is another good way to be able to use up all your scraps and not have to cut into another full sheet of paper. So I just trim it down, and then we're going to go ahead and keep going on each side, and I just lay it down, kind of eyeball it, and then I trim it off. And I trim it right next to the black, because then the next piece is going to be what overhangs. Yeah, not a lot going on. I'm so used to talking about the hop and everything that I've been in. It's been a crazy couple months, but I like staying busy. I did take a couple days off, but I'm back now. And see, I'm just going to trim that down, and it is going to be fabulous. And I'm going to stick that right on top of that corrugated piece. I do pop the top portion of it up with some foam, because the corrugated piece is elevated just a bit, so I do get that all stuck on there. I'm not gonna make you watch me pull all those little sticky pieces off, because, well, Yeah, the backing is horrible, but I am getting that used up. I'm going to do one more row. And then I'm going to pull out the little ephemera piece pack that I have along with this collection kit, and just get a few of those items onto the page. I'm going to pull in the chipboard, and I'm going to get some sequins on here as well from Spiegelbaum Scraps. You see them sitting up there. They are, I don't know if I have them handy. Let me see. They are the Into the Woods, and they are freaking fabulous. They're like a little wood grain and a little shimmery, and yeah, so I'll get those on there as well. Now I do trim this little piece down just a tad bit because I want to make sure that it just sticks straight underneath this little piece right here to build up this cluster. And I have that cute little banner piece, and at first I was thinking about putting it at the bottom, but I'm going to connect the two clusters basically, because I only have two clusters with some with this banner, and I'm going to load it up with some glue. Now I do put a lot on there, and it does squeege out the sides, but it is the Art Glitter Glue that dries completely matte, and even though you will see there is a lot that starts squeezing out, you can't even see it. It dries completely matte, so that is awesome. And then I'm going to put this cute little chipboard tree piece up there as well. And that will pretty much finish off that cluster. I'm going to go ahead and get this one to the side. And if you notice at the bottom left hand of the picture, I have a little oval and it says Baby Bear. I do actually move that up to the top right hand corner of the picture. I get that arrow stuck on there, and here comes the sequins. Now I do just have my, I don't know what this is called. You can get it on Amazon. It pretty much works exactly like the Crystal Katana, only it's a lot cheaper. I'm not gonna lie. And I watched a lot of reviews on those, and yes, it worked. Most people said it worked exactly the same, and so I thought, why not, for the price point, let me give it a try, and if it doesn't work, then I'll go ahead and spend the money on the Crystal Katana. But no, it works. It works. To me, it works just fine. And that is actually the second one that I've had, because I rubbed the tip down on it because I used it a lot. I had it for several years, so, and it's pretty. I like the pretty glittery crystals on the inside. And I'm just going to go ahead and scatter my little glue dots all around the page, and then I'm going to pick up the sequins, and basically I'm using those in place of enamel dots. And I get those spread around. I did also take a couple circle stickers with a star on the inside and scattered those around the page as well. And that is, it's called Spooktacular. It's a obviously a Halloween, came from a Halloween collection. I picked that up at Tuesday morning, and I'm just going to spell out good job. Now the photo there is my fiance and my son, and I have no idea what he was teaching him how to cook, but my fiance was teaching my son how to cook something. So we're trying to broaden his culinary skills just so he can take care of himself. I didn't have enough O's, so I just take a Q and just trim down the little doodad and make it into an O. And that is pretty much going to do it for my layout, you guys. So if you liked my layout, please give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Have a wonderful scrappy day. Bye.